That plantain is just soft enough. Even a baby can eat it. And you don't have to damage your jaw muscles because you are trying to chew plantains. If you are married to a Metah, this will determine your stay in that land. Make a mistake out of it, you have an explanation for your in-laws. When you break the inside of the plantain, that's how good Ngom taro should look like. If the inside of your plantain is white, you did not succeed. You need to see that oil making its way through the cracks, and the bitter leaf is right there, and the goat meat is sitting and just waiting for degustation. Mama Agi Nkumba, my favorite, best award-winning sister-in-law who taught me how to do this. Shout out to you. To all my in-laws, shout out to you. Oh, yummy Ngom taro porridge plantain is cooking in Moti's kitchen. And hello everyone, welcome to Consistence Place channel. Welcome to Moti's kitchen. Today I am bringing to you another Cameroonian Metah delicacy, porridge plantain. And in this video I'm going to show you the secret to come out with a perfect Ngom taro in the Metah way. This is a Metah legacy. So guys, I put a lot of energy in this, and because if I miss these recipes, my in-laws are gonna come for me, guys. I'm not joking here, guys. I don't have to miss this recipe because the Metah people are watching me. So let's get cooking. So if you want to have the secret of succeeding a perfect Ngom taro or porridge plantains in the Metah way, watch this video till the end because I'll be telling you those tricks along the line. So the main ingredient here is plantain. I've already peeled my plantains and they're in water, as you can see. This is the raw plantain that is unpeeled. That's how it is, plantain. I have my goat meat, I have frozen spinach. Here I have my bitter leaf. Usually they cook this recipe with bitter leaf, but because I do not have fresh bitter leaf right now, I actually did this with spinach, and then I'll supplement it with the bitter leaf for that bitter taste. We have here some palm oil. We get this from African store. Salt and seasoning salt. A teaspoon of the country onions. 2 tablespoon scoops of powdered ginger. And here I have 15 cloves of garlic. So we have 3 habanero or 3 hot peppers. I have a generous onion right here. So those are my ingredients. So trick number 1. This is Metah legacy, so be generous with your meat, and that's for a reason that I chose goat meat. Goat meat is a special meat and value is attached to it. Right here I have goat meat almost around the same amount as the plantain. I am actually the one that cut up the goat and froze, so it's clean and I know that, so I'm just going to add it to the pot. Okay, so just for an illustration, I have to peel the plantain. Just cut it along for those who don't know, and then peel it up. You rub your hands with vegetable oil before peeling so that the sap doesn't stick to your hands, or you use a knife to assist you with the peeling. Okay, I'm a horrible plantain peeler right now. I didn't do a good job with this one though, but you know, I mean, basically that's how you peel plantain. Add your plantain to your goat meat because goat meat is really hard to cook. So you have to allocate some time to boil this plantain for at least 2 hours so that the plantain is well cooked. So it can take anywhere from 2 hours, but I'll recommend do at least 2 hours. And then our next step, we're going to be adding generous amount of water, and for your information, all that water has to dry out. Put our salt so that our meat will be boiling with some salt in it. I'm eyeballing, so I think if I have to measure this, will be like 2 tablespoons of salt. 2 scoops of seasoning salt, just to give some taste to the meat as it boils, so that it's not bland. We just set our pot on fire. Our time here is 6 minutes past 3. So we'll see how long our Ngom taro will cook for. So we started this cooking at 3:06. Now it's 4:40. Let's look at our pot right now. See, all the water has tarried. Remember, the water was floating. The water has tarried, and I said you have to cook for 2 hours. So now is the right time to add our ingredients and the spinach. I just want to taste the goat meat to see if it's cooked. I blended my ingredients that I showed you over there. I'm just going to pour that in now because we are almost getting to 2 hours. Now I start putting all my stuff in. And as you notice, the plantain is cooked, but you want to cook it some more because you don't want that when it cools down, it's hard to bite, or you start chewing it like you are chewing rocks. So you still let it to cook more so that it's smooth and soft. And right now I had soaked, you know, the bitter leaf. I had soaked the bitter leaf, so I'm just gonna add the bitter leaf in there now. Dry ingredients. I'm adding more water, but I'm very careful on how I add my water because this is going to be the final water. Just trying to mix in those things to taste and see where I am. You be careful not to crush the plantain because they're already cooked, and mix that up and then taste. You see, so I won't leave the water this way. I'll just taste my seasoning, make sure everything is okay. Right now I'm going to put palm oil. My palm oil has solidified. It's winter and cold here, so put that. You have to be generous with your palm oil. Remember, this is ceremonial food. This is royal food in being in Metah tribe. So I just put that palm oil in there and I leave it to boil. Notice that at this point I've tasted my seasoning and my seasoning is okay. And now it's going to be the final boiling because all this water has to dry off and just leave the oil to penetrate the cracks of the plantain. And because my bitter leaf is the quantity of my bitter leaf is small, I will add spinach. Usually I add spinach at the end, but because my spinach is frozen, I'll just lay that at the top and cover the pot so that the spinach dissolves as it boils. So now I'm just going to put my spinach is frozen, so I just want to lay it on top of that pot so that as it boils, so the block of spinach will just sit in there and then dissolve. So our time is 5:30. Let's check the pot. Yeah, so it's boiling right now. There's still some water. I'll just let it boil to dry so that water will tarry. The spinach dissolved, so we'll cover it and wait for the water to.
Father, we continue to thank you for this new year. You made it possible for us to enter this new year.
Okay, royal Ngom Tareh, royal porridge, plantain and bitter leaf is cooking in Morty's kitchen. So this is Cameroonian delicacy. I just have to let that simmer and tarry a little bit so that the oil will penetrate. So like I said, the secret to this, secret number 1, be generous with your meat. They don't have to be eating Ngom Tareh as if they are suffering because it's a royal meal. So they don't have to be eating it in misery. They have to eat it with some good meat, right? You see, I have goat meat cooking in there. The goat meat was under. So by the time the goat meat comes up, guys, where's my goat meat? Generous pieces of goat meat. Okay. And then the next thing, be generous with your water. You see how many times I put water here and boiled and all the water dried off. Be generous with your time. Be generous with your time. I started cooking this at 3 o'clock and now it's 6 and now it's 6:08. So it has been cooking for 3 hours. Be generous with your time. They don't cook royal food in a rush. Be generous with your oil. Be generous with your bitter leaf. You see how much spinach I put there and bitter leaf. You see that? It's in the bottom. It will come up. Don't worry. Be generous with your love. Those are the secrets of cooking plantain. So you have to cook the plantain on it until it is soft so that you don't have to chew it with, and you don't have to damage your jaw muscles because you are trying to chew plantain. So our Ngom Tareh is ready. I'm just going to turn off the fire and let it to set so that the water will just evaporate and will be ready to serve. So I want to make a point here, guys. This is Ngom Tareh. This is tasting. I want to break the plantain so you see what I'm saying. See, the plantain is cooked, and when it's cooked, you don't see those white lines anymore. And you see when you break the plantains, you can see how oil is going through the joints. Let's do that together. You see that how the plantain is cooked. So when it's cold, it doesn't have the white lines, and when you touch it, it's really smooth. So let's break the plantain and see. See that? When you break the inside of the plantain, that's how good Ngom Tareh should look like. See, it has cooked until oil has made its way into the plantain, and that is how you know that this is Metah plantain, not plantain that you cook and you break and the inside is white. No, if the inside of your plantain is white, you did not succeed. You need to see that oil making its way through the cracks, and the bitter leaf is right there, and the goat meat is sitting and just waiting for degustation. The goat meat is well cooked. It has been on fire for more than 3 hours. So guys, let's taste this delicacy and see how it is. Yum. Yeah, seasoning so correct. Ngom Tareh porridge plantain is cooking in Moti's kitchen, and this is usually cooked when a woman gives birth. They call it bun house plantain. Different tribes cook it differently. This way is unique to the Metah people, and they cook it with whole bitter leaf, like fresh bitter leaf, but we didn't have fresh bitter leaf, so I substituted with dry bitter leaf and spinach. Ready to carry and visit someone that has just had a baby. Let me know if you know anybody who has just had a baby, because this Ngom Taro needs to go right there. And when you go there, they're gonna give you the title Mama or Abu or Abbot, cooked in Moti's kitchen. Thank you for watching this video. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and see you in our next video.